There are 299 sunny days per year in Phoenix, Arizona. The summer sunshine on our roof raises our attic temperature to 160 degrees. We thought solar panels would provide shade and keep our attic cooler and lower our electric bill. We heard the APS Arizona Power Service started a solar partner program. APS installs, maintains, and owns the solar panels with no cost to us. Arizona Power Service applies a monthly $30 credit to our electric bill for using our roof. APS allows the homeowners once a year to have the panels removed for free to do repair work on the roof. The program requires no commitment and is easily transferred to new homeowners. The conversion to solar power started with an APS technician installing a new adapter to our meter reader. Arizona Solar Concepts is the name of the company which installed the solar panels for APS. Aaron was the name of the technician responsible for the project. Aaron's truck was nicely organized, and we could tell the man was proud about the work he was doing. The first thing Aaron had to do was finding a rafter by removing the concrete roofing tiles, where the aluminum stands get attached. Arizona Solar Concepts is one out of 4 or 5 companies which are contracted by APS to install solar panels in Arizona. Aaron marks the tiles which have to be removed. Arizona law requires only the first 4 rows of tiles from the edge to be nailed. The rest of the tiles are interlocked by tongue and groove and are held down by their own weight. As you can see, the tiles can easily be removed. Aaron used wood railings from the roof as guides to drill holes for mounting the stands, which will hold the railings for the solar panels. All the pre-drilling was done and the stands can now be screwed on and glued to the rafters. Each stand receives a galvanized flashing. The left and right side of the flashing has a 180-degree bend, which prevents water from reaching the wood structure of the roof. Aaron has to lift the tiles while he inserts the flashing over the stands. The lower edge of the flashing sticks out 2 inches from the roof tile to ensure a good runoff for the water. The marking on the tile indicates the center of the location where an opening needs to be cut for the stands. Once all the flashings were inserted over the stands, the cutting of the roofing tiles could start. Aaron used an abrasive wheel for cutting 3-inch square holes in the marked tiles. The tiles were put back by interlocking the tongue and grooves. Each aluminum stand gets an aluminum angled, screwed on, which will hold the solar panels. Please note the close-up shows the flashing sticking out 2 inches from underneath of the concrete tiles. The railing has 2 channels, one for T-screws which clamp the solar panel to the railing, and the other for the T-screws, which get screwed onto the aluminum angle of the stands. The assembly of the railings on the roof went quick and easy. All the railings were connected with each other by a copper wire. The next step was installing a junction box where the copper ground wire and a water and heat resistant wire from the solar panels get connected. 2 T-screws hold the junction box to the railing. Aaron is making the final connection of the ground wires into the junction box. Now Aaron is unwinding the DC wire which connects all the solar panels to the junction box. Zip ties hold the DC wires to the railings. We are going to have 2 rows of panels, 1 row with 10 panels and the other row with 7 panels. Each row has 2 railings, and each railing has 1 DC cable, which gets connected in the junction box with copper ground cable. The ends of the cables in the junction box look secure, and Aaron's first day with the installation of our solar panels has ended. Aaron had a helper on the second day with him. His name was Joe. Joe started with installing the control panels on the ground, and Aaron continued working on the junction box where he stopped working on the day before on the roof. Conduit tubing had to be bent and cut to make a flawless connection with the control panels. Joe did his bending and cutting on the ground with the conduit tubing. Aaron was unloading the solar panels from the truck while Joe finished the connections of the conduit tubing. Loading the wires in the tubing is easier when you work as a team. Aaron is making the connections in the junction box while Joe makes them in the converter box, where the DC current gets converted into AC current. A solar panel installer has to have many skills. Muscle power is one of them. Each panel gets clamped down with 4 T-bolts on the railing, and all the panels get connected with each other with heat and water resistant wires and strapped down with zip ties to the railings. The same thing gets done to both rows of solar panels. Pushing and pulling the wires through the conduit tubing is a definite 2-man job. The community association is very particular, and the conduit tubing must have the same color as the house. The last thing that Aaron had to do was taking readings and pictures at the junction box on the roof with his iPod to prove that the job was done right. He also had to do the same thing on the ground. It required Aaron Jacobson and his partner 2 days to install the solar panels. He demonstrated many skills that are required to do his job in a professional manner, and we thank him for his cooperation with the recording of this video, and we wish him good luck in his future. Thank you for watching. Pat and Willie Ebro.